Good evening, Slap family. Anthony Bateman from Minota Raceway. Coming to you tonight with, excuse me. Seems like every time I get on to talk to you guys, I start to have to clear my throat. Anyways, today I was tired. I just ran around and then I got some food at McDonald's, which I was disappointed for two things that cost me almost $15. Was a Big Mac, and I also got a fillet of fish with extra cheese. And the fish is about a square like that. Where they're making them smaller now. And the buns are smaller. Where there should be a decent sized bun and a decent sized piece of fish. But anyway, and the burgers are out that thin. You know, they cut back on the size of the portions. So you figure if you have 1 million of them things and you cut them back that much, you can actually make a lot more of the product. So they charge you more money and give you less product. Although it was tasty to me, I was annoyed with the price. My kids are all grown now, so I'm thinking if you got a family, you know, of 4, 5, 6, wow, it'd be over $100. But anyways, this is going without the slot car. So I showed you guys in an earlier video, I went and got some pallets. And I'm pulling these staples out finally. All my stuff is I just painted up the last things. That's probably overkill, but I had a vision, and I went with the vision. If I did it with wood, it would be cheaper, but yesterday at Home Depot, I bought screws. I don't even know what they're over there. I bought screws, and they're torque head screws, certain sizes, and some more of these things. They come in like a pack like this. And then the other things are these. And they come in a pack. So I thought it would look like a real stand, you know what I'm saying? That all the utilities are on. So I wish I did. Well, it's too late because I got into it, but Clearwater 124. If you get a chance, watch his videos. Really cool. But anyways, I got the idea to put the second level up what he did, except he used wood. And I wish I kind of did, but I didn't. These probably, yes, so you guys are going to flip. For just this type of material, I paid, it's ridiculous. I got over $200 in this shit. You know what I mean? I shouldn't even, I remember buying these things when I was younger. They weren't even expensive because you can make like furniture with this stuff. You know, I call it ghetto furniture. You know, you could, well, whatever. But anyways, got these all painted up. And now I'm just pulling the staples out of here because that's another thing. I'm thinking, should I just take a block planer, you know, hand plane, go along with the edges to get the burr off, or run it through my planer. The thing is, my planer's buried, and I wanted to paint the bottom of this. The only thing is, you know, it's going to be rough, but it's on the bottom. I keep telling myself, and it's going to suck up a lot more paint, but who cares? The thing is it's painted that you can see. I didn't paint underneath this. I probably should have. Well, I did. What am I talking about? I did. This right here, what I'm talking about. I got these all painted. This is the upper deck. So this is going to be carpeted. I already bought that. That was like cheap because I bought a small roll at Home Depot. That was, I think it was like 24 bucks for that. So it was 8 foot by I think 4 foot. So I can cut it into strips. No, 6 foot. I take it back, 6 foot, I believe. So it's 8 foot by 6 foot. So I have plenty to cover this. And that's just to keep the noise deadening. Plus it'll look nice. I got it. I got my bench work all carpeted. I actually got that from Marty Ford. If you get a chance, check his setup out. Another one I like watching is Toju. Check his video out. He's really cool too. So, but anyways, there's a lot of cool guys. You know, I just can't just name them all. I like to watch MP also. But I just basically got to take these staples out. It's like free wood. Just pallet tops. So basically, it's going to go like this. This is going to go on the bench work down on the far side towards the wall. And that's going to hold the upper level up. So I'm using these. And then let me see if I can do this. Right? These are going to screw underneath. And then this is the MDF board. I got to get the name of it right. We'll just say MDF board. That's going to go on top. So you got one over here, one down here. So, because I'm going to have another lane right underneath there. And I got that from Clearwater, 124. Check them out. So, but you know what? I'm a heavy procrastinator, and I was like tired. You know, I hit a wall, so I had to lay down. Today was beautiful outside too, but after running around this morning, I ate that food and I bitched about it because of the price. You know, or yesterday I had I love steamed clams. So I could have went and bought a bag of those. I could have had something better. And of course, after I put it down my big belly, I could have had clams. So, and then like I just telling you guys, I love the car auctions, but I have to stay away from them things because I don't have no gauge. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love this crap so much, and I got a car from Rob Rodriguez. That's a DiMasso Pantera. Look at that thing. I mean, it's beautiful. And then plus, I bought one in the auction, so I love Panteras, so I probably got right now, I think I own 5 Panteras right now. But I would really love to get this car 1/24 scale. And I really would want to get a Lotus, but I really, F1 cars I want 1/24 scale. I know I'm going to pay a lot of money for them, but I want them digital, you know. I love F1 cars. You know, but like I said, I got one from Rob Rodriguez, and then I got one. So I have 2 of these. So my girlfriend can race one. She loves this car. So now I got 2 of them. of that color or livery. You know. But I get off track a lot, you know. But I spent between the auction from Pro Tinker, I believe it was $358. I think it was around there, $385. Can't remember, but anyways, he's paid. And I got to make that my last one for a while because I kind of, for money for the month, I'm screwed. And the thing is, I couldn't, the track I needed, they're basically back ordered. So I'm just counting and I'm praying that I get my Social Security next month. I'm praying. Because that's gonna, I just want to get this thing completed because I have so much money into this. If I went just a 2-lane, but after I see Marty Ford's, I said, man, that 4-lane's awesome. It's just, I was thinking when my grandkids come, because one of my daughters has 4, and if I had just little analog cars, and there wouldn't be no waiting, they could all race and have fun. And then I leave the magnets in them so they can just rip around, you know. Who cares? You know, I personally like magnets. I do want to have a couple cars because I do want to, there's a place I found near Boston that's like, well, 3 hours away maybe. I forget the name of it, but I'll find it and I'll tell you guys. Because I want to race, you know. Only thing is I got to travel. But there's a guy in California, he's got a track, and I have to get his name. I don't have the brain power for electronic stuff. Marty Ford does. Because the money I got tied up, I love this thing, don't get me wrong. I don't know if I can show it to you. Let's see. Is that it? It's hard to. The Omni slot box, you can see it. I mean, I love that thing, but if I did have the brain power like Marty does, and certain other guys, I could have did what they did and saved a ton of money. So the only thing I have to look at, this stand's junk. The only thing is I have to look at like music equipment. You get what you pay for. It looks nice and it looks cool. So, and all I got to do is flick a switch. I ain't got to worry about crap. That's what's nice about it. So that's the Omni slot box from Jim Cunningham. It really is nice. It's just expensive. But I got so much money tied up into this thing right now. Just for the upper deck, just for the hardware. There's 200 and, I say all together because I spent 100 and, I bought liquid nails too, the way I'm going to put this top together. I paid $107, something like that yesterday, and then 100 and something the first time. I think it was like 140 something. Just in this stuff, plus the hardware. You know, I got, there's all sizes here. You know, I went this route too because the stuff from Carrera that holds a track up, I think is cheesy. You know, I mean, I was disappointed in it, actually. So this stuff ain't going nowheres. It's just a matter of me talking, showing you guys I'm working at the same time. This one here is full of staples. I don't know if I can get it all. If you can see it. the kind of color of them, you know. Oh, shit. Kind of, there it goes. So I got to pull all these babies out, you know. But if I got a planer, and this stuff's already dry, so it's not going to warp. And this nice wood, once you run it through the planer, even, I mean, like this, it's going to get painted anyway, so I just got to stop the bull crap trying to make it, you know, I don't know. I go too far sometimes. It's fun working on stuff, but it just, if I stick right with it, and you know, these pallets, I mean, sometimes you get oak, red oak. They usually use that for the legs. But when I was younger, this was I had a whole cabinet making shop down in here. You know, it was cool, but when you have something like that, it gets dust everywhere, you know, all the rafters and track it upstairs. It's nice if you can have a big tool shed or a barn, you know. I always wanted a barn. You know, I put electric chain fault in. And my thing, too, I used to love working on snowmobiles, sleds. I call them sleds. Because back then, you can drive around and you're sitting there and you ask the people, a lot of times they just give them to you, you know. But now this shit's, you got to really look around. And guys, you know, I watch guys get some nice stuff on the internet. I ain't really looked at, like they have this thing called Marketplace. I think when you, something like that, you got to have cash on the barrelhead. You know, just say, I'll be honest, and just say, hey, how you doing? My name's so-and-so. I noticed I see this snowmobile sitting here. Is it for sale? You going to do anything with it? And sometimes people tell you, just, you know, take it away or give me a certain amount of money. And I just say, well, I'll shoot underneath it. How about, I got $100 cash on me, or if it's like nicer, I can't be that low. It's always try better to lowball it. 100, I'd start off with 100. Give me 100 cash right now. And the guy might say, well, she says kind of low. I said, well, it's been sitting there, blah, blah, blah. You offer them a little bit more. And they might say no, and then you wait a little bit, and then when it comes to time to buy fuel and stuff, right now, putting food on the table, or people get behind their bills, it's unfortunate. You got to find something like that, you know, that way. Because it's somebody's misfortune, you know, which is terrible, but it happens. It's happened to me, you know, but people need the money, so they can say yes or no, you know. So, see, I got flap in the, oh, there it is. I got flap in the jaw there. But it's like free wood, you know. The guys next door, they have outside fires. This stuff works great for that because it's like dry. Burns really quick. So, that's another thing. I just wish I didn't quit my job so fast. Because I actually, it was better if it was the right thing to do, because it's less stress on my body. You know, have to go to the bathroom and you can't, you know. It's not healthy. But I could have already built my tool shed. I have to do that. And I'm going to film it too. I have to do that, and I have to take my deck down and put like 3 2x4s across it so nobody forgets and opens the door, because it's up high, you know. I have a walkout cellar my deck's right underneath where I walk out, you know. But the thing is already less than, I bet you, about 4 or 5 inches, and I gotta take it down because if it rips off the house, then that's more damage. So, and I'm just gonna take a skill saw and cut this stuff up. It's like, I think like 4 years old, maybe. Yeah, almost. It's all dry rotted and crap. So I'm gonna burn it right in my yard. I just burn it in piles, you know. Daytime, I can get away with big piles, because nighttime, if you do it, it'll light the whole, you know, side of the house with the neighbor's house, and then people end up calling the fire department. So, even though I work there, you still got to obey the law. But you know what? I'm burning it up. I was going to get a dumpster, but why? When I could burn it up, it's so dry, it's not going to smoke. And that crap they put in it, that's all disintegrated now. So I'm going to burn that shit up. Well, then that'd be done. So well, like I said, if I can build that thing, I'm thinking about putting I'm still going to sheathe the rafters, but I think, but then I'm going to put a metal roof on. Because then, you know, when I'm gone, my son won't have to worry about it, you know. That should last him. He's like 38 now, so that should last him the rest of his days. And then, you know, if he wants to move, there'll be a nice tool shed. There'll probably be 2 tool sheds, you know, underneath the deck. I'm going to pour it at, you know. So that's easy, really. I just can't get on my hands and knees and use a trowel. So my brother Rodney's good at doing that stuff, but if I can do that, that's going to save me money, because the concrete won't be that bad, because I'll do the forms and put the rebar in, or I ain't got to go that far. Put the metal wiring down, and I'm going to pour instead of 2-inch, I'm going to pour a 6-inch, 6-inch slab underneath there. So I'm hoping to get that before the snow flies, especially the tool shed, so I can get all this stuff out of here, you know. It's just too cluttery. And I need a toolbox, because I have totes and stuff and boxes with tools. It's like junkified down here, you know. So, and I'm the one that did it, because my youngest daughter and her husband, Nicole and Mark, they're the ones that straightened this out. I think one of her girlfriends, Carrie, at the time, I think she did a little too. So, but I see stuff on the side of the road, or old dressers or cabinets, and I gotta stop doing crap. I have, but it's kind of fun, but really I gotta, what do I do with that? Oh. See, when you get one like this, if you have a planer, you gotta really make sure you get every staple out, because if you don't, you're gonna put a nick in the blade, and then that's gonna suck. That's like, then you didn't gain nothing, because you cost yourself more money, really. So I had that planer for a while, and I even lent it out. And the guy I lent it to was a mechanic in the department, And he took the handle crank thing off it, think it's gonna, so nobody else would mess with it. And he lost it on me. You know, he's a real nice guy, but you think he would have replaced that. So I still gotta go on their website, and it's rigid, and get that little crank, you know. But I've had that thing now. I bought that 2001. I bought that planer. And it's really nice because I kept it. It's been in here, you know. It was damp at one time in here, wrecking shit, but that didn't hurt it, you know. Because it had like fine pitch on the blades. I think that helped. But it's still, I used it on my window cases in the cellar. But just getting all these out, I mean, I have to come down here too when I'm really in the mood, because it does go a lot better. And it helps when I talk to you guys. That's what I want. I can't wait for my puppy, you know. I just, I got to not rush stuff, because that dog I'm going to be feeding it raw chicken a lot, and I'm going to feed it beef also. I think if I could find a kibble that don't have any crap in it, because what you put in the dog, if you put good stuff in the dog, when you get them neutered or spayed, that's less chance of them getting anything, you know. So, plus have a good environment, a happy environment. I don't want the dog to be growling at people, but this type of dog, it's already embedded in him. It's an Italian Mastiff. You know, I was even thinking about an English Mastiff. They're huge too, but, you know, I got so much crap down here. You know, if I don't put that pool table down here, it'd be okay. You know, it won't look so cluttered up. Because this racetrack takes most of the layout. I mean, most of the real estate. You're talking 8 foot wide, 8 foot by, I don't know, say 8 foot 3 inches, right? And then it's 22 inches, yeah, 22 inches long, because I just added 2 feet down that end. So, but I want it to be different, not better than everybody else's. I'm not like that. I want to make it so it's unique and it's different. But I got certain ideas from certain people, like Clearwater. I can't remember his name, I'm sorry. But his, you know, he looks like he enjoyed himself. Like one night, I must have had it on for, I'll lowball it, maybe 2 hours. I couldn't sleep that night, and I went watching one from the next one and dozing off, and why, you know, he's just having a good time with himself working on it, you know. And I appreciate you if you watch this. I appreciate what you're showing all those guys. But like I've been saying, I'm hoping the younger generation will watch some of this stuff, because, you know, instead of on a computer, they can do shit like this. I mean, there's wood out there for free. There's free wood out there. And then, you know, when money's tight, you can go at Harbor Freights. If you guys have Harbor Freights around, brand new tools for cheap, and the quality's not bad. You know, I don't need Snap-on. Snap-on's like the top of the line, but I'm not turning wrenches all the time. It's once in a while, you know. And even if you did, they're so cheap, you can go buy another one, or they give you one for free. So they stand by their stuff, you know. I got a lot of their tools now, and I remember a couple times I went to tag sales. Some people blow my mind. The money they want, I go. I offered one lady, she didn't want to take it. I said, okay. I said, do you know you can? I said, I probably should have done this anyways, but I just happened to see it. You can go to Harbor Freights and buy it cheap, way cheaper than what you're selling this tool. That's probably 50-something years old. So she didn't really like it too much, and I'm not gonna be mad at her. I just, you know what? I just told her the truth. You know. But if you guys need a tool like this plier didn't come from Harbor Freights. I bought this at Lowe's. It was cheap. It's a pair of channel locks. Cobalt. My screw gun's a Cobalt. I have a first generation DeWalt. I don't even use it. I don't know. I should just ask if somebody wants it, you know, but I mean, the stuff's came a long ways, you know. It's like I use it probably, I wouldn't even think 50 times. So I got the case in a plastic case, got a battery and a charger, the new DeWalt stuff, any of those, Makita, what's another one? I have a Sawzall, Milwaukee. Those are all good, you know. But the Harbor Freight stuff, the last thing I bought for them is corded. It's an angle drill. You know, you got to plug it in, but who cares? It was cheap, and I needed it, you know. So, but I'm kind of hungry right now. I love beet greens. I love beets. They're like candy. I said to my girlfriend, I go, you want some beets? She goes, oh yeah, I like beets. And I gotta get more because I didn't buy that many of them. I got the little ones. And I pounded them down, so I'll get some more and cook them up tomorrow. And she don't eat the greens. I eat it all, you know. I think tonight I'm gonna cook up, I got Swiss chard left, and I bought the ESC2, and I bought they're bitter, but I love them. They're dandelion greens. So I've been wanting lobster, but man, I only got so much money. If I do that, it's gonna destroy my funds. You know, I don't have no gauge. You know. Granted, if I didn't buy all this hardware and didn't buy those cars, that money would have been okay, you know. Right. So now I gotta watch out when I drive because I'll end up blowing all my gas. I gotta go all the way to the end of the month. Which that's my fault. But like tomorrow, Pro Tinker's got an auction tomorrow. I love watching it, but I gotta not. If I do watch it, I just gotta not do that. That's when I get wrapped up. I see something. Gee, that looks pretty cool, and then all of a sudden I'm roped into it, and then I'm screwed. So who knows? I might not even watch it. I think today's Wednesday. Yeah, so tomorrow, so the auctions are on tomorrow night, around 6 o'clock, Pro Tinker Toys. It's really fun, except for me. I take it to the crazy because I see something, I want it, and it's kind of exciting. It is exciting because there's guys, they want it too. So what I think is cool is a bidding war. Really fun, man. I think it's fun. You just gotta, I don't want to see anybody get in trouble because you can financially get screwed, I thought I screwed up really bad and didn't have enough to pay my electric bill, but I made that money order out today and I'm good now. So all my stuff, I have one bill, from the hospital I got is, I don't understand why they billed me. It's like $35. So I paid it, so hopefully it's just a mistake. But, just like bullshitting, I'm just like taking my time because I could have been done with this already, but that's kind of what I'm not under no pressure and I'm talking to you guys and that's kind of fun just putting around, But I got these two, and I believe I got maybe 5 more. I took more than enough that I need, but I could always use some of this on my railroad. Because I want to get that going too. So the winter time, I'll be able to work on my railroad bench work and my raceway. Because I want to build, I want to try to build all my gantries and all that kind of stuff. I want to just try to do my own thing, It's just doing it really, because I do have the time. I have more than enough time. I'm retired now. It's just my body keeping my sugars right, There's times at nighttime too, I want to eat my favorite junk food. I love Italian food, I just do. Torronis, I think they're Torronis. My dad used to get them. It's like a nougat, and there's somewhat nuts in it, and then there's somewhat fruit in it. And then they have like this wafer type of stuff that melts in your mouth. Well, anyways, I found a recipe how to make that stuff, so. And what my dad would do, he would put them in, I don't know why, maybe they last longer. He'd always freeze them, put them in the freezer. And I love all types of Italian cookies and a lot of that stuff I used to get. The people are all passed away now. Younger generation, they don't want to. There's this Nona, I think it's Nona. She's got a channel. And her granddaughter's got a channel. Everything about dogs, I think. She's a dog groomer. But her grandparents are lovely. I wish I could actually meet them. But she makes a lot of dishes on YouTube, Oh, excuse me. What?
Whose watermelon is this?
The one that's not open's ours.
Okay.
So go ahead, yep. So, anyways, oh yeah. So she does a lot of recipes. Stuff is simple too, it's just doing it, Except that's another thing. I have no gauge, man. If I make a big lasagna, I just can't get, I can't get no bigger than this, you know. I don't do nothing no more. When I power lifted, I could eat. My body was like a furnace. I could eat whatever. I mean, I was huge, but I had a lot of muscle on me. But now I don't do nothing no more. So I don't have the strength. Like today, my friend, her chain fell off her e-bike, and she couldn't get back then. So I went to lift that thing up. It was hard for me to even lift that. You know, I used to lift massive weights. You know, can't no more. Simple stuff. I seen one woman. I got some pellets for my pellet stove. Because I ain't done anything, I just ain't done nothing but sit in that chair. That ruined my body too. Just sitting, I was afraid of my heart. So I didn't do between bone pain, arthritis, and my heart. But you know what? I have to do something because it's not good not to do anything because you have to have circulation in your body, you know. So, anyways, guys, I don't want to just keep talking in circles. I want to hope you enjoy what I talk about. Try to talk about other things rather than our hobby, but I incorporate real things, you know, that go on, you know. So, but anyways, guys, see, it's dark outside now. This another thing too. Those water pills, man, I took it early today, so hopefully I won't be up like really peeing like that. I already got a head start on it now, you know. Now I'm just, when I'm putting around down here, I want to get some, what I want to do is get a pizza, but I got to try to leave that shit alone. I got some liver. I love liver. And I'll probably cook that up right after this. My son don't eat it. He's like a health food guru to a way. He eats his own food. My girlfriend, she's not even thinking about liver. My wife and my ex-wife, they both them girls love liver. So when we had liver, it was on. Believe me. My mouth's watering for right now. You know, I've been craving for is tripe soup. You know, the way my grandmother cooked tripe, I hated it, you know. But if you didn't eat something, you always hear about the Great Depression, and I'd start feeling bad, you know. And the way my grandmother cooked tripe, it was gross. It was like, comes in like sheets. She'd cut it in different shapes. And I think she soaked it like salt water first, rinse it off, and then I think she'd soak in vinegar, and then she'd make a egg wash, flour it, and fry it. Ugh. Gross. Oh, sorry, Graham. She wouldn't like that. She'd be pissed. So we had to eat it, you know. If you don't eat it, you don't get to go outside. But the way my mother-in-law makes it, from my second marriage, my father-in-law, he was Italian. I love that man. I miss him so much. But anyways, she make soup out of it. That's delicious. So I've been craving for that. So I'm going to make that, you know, probably next week maybe. Because this weekend, my friend's coming over for football. So I'm going to make homemade clam chowder. I got the recipe from the Brooklyn Brothers. these guys, they cook all Italian food, but I love their, I love all their food actually, but their clam chowder, I made it once, it came out perfect. It came out perfect. You know, the secret is to use whipping cream. I use whipping cream. Another thing is you got to make a good roux because that's what makes it thick. You know, with the onions and the bacon grease and the butter and the potatoes, and then you get a big thing of clam chowder, you know. But I would really love to make it with real fresh clams in the broth that comes from the clams. Like a lot of times, I didn't yesterday, but I usually drink the broth. You know, it's really good. And with my clams, I put water in the sink and then I put, what do you call it? Cornmeal in there. I let the clams purge all the, I'll rinse them off good before I do all that stuff. And I let them, you know, they purge all the sand that's in there, you know. So, but anyways, when I'm talking to you guys, I think about all types of food. Or I like these things. My grandmother used to make their walnut frosties. So picture a soft homemade chocolate chip cookie without the chocolate chips or the walnuts, if you like walnuts. And you take your thumb and make this like a thumbprint. And then you make up, you chop walnuts. My grandmother used to use fresh walnuts. She used to crack all her walnuts and everything fresh, you know. And then you take sour cream and you take brown sugar and you mix that up. And then you fill the cookie, the thumbprint you just made, with that goodness, sweet goodness. And man, I can tear the shit out of those. I like Italian, I love all Italian cookies. Especially all them beautiful old people that passed away. And then they made these things called truffoli. It's fried dough like with, you could put powdered sugar on it or honey, drizzle honey on it. Or walnuts. Oh. Get those around Christmas time. But, yeah, that's what I feel like eating that stuff now, you know. But then I'd be, you know, I'm already like, I did lose weight. I'm like, she said I was 362 2 days ago. Or before I was like 378, you know. But, anyways. Oh, another thing I feel like munching on, I love M&M's with peanuts or almonds. Oh. Or you know what else I like too is my wife, both my wives used to get them. They're like almonds, but they got like a hard sugar shell on there. I forget what you call those things, man. I love those too. You know. Especially at nighttime, you just, like right now, I wish my friends were alive and I have food down here and we can just race and have fun. And, you know, we used to swap parts and trade cars, you know, HO stuff, you know, no bigger stuff. But my friend Charlie, he passed away. I have to see his mother because he was a toy collector. And they had to rent a place to put all this stuff in. But there's some AFX cars that I really want. I think it's a Rolls Royce maybe, or what's that other big car? And tip my tongue, but I had big, soft, sponge tires in the back. My friend David Panazzo, he had one of those. He used to let me keep it for a while just to race, you know. It's another thing. Us guys used to lend each other's cars and stuff, and I don't know. You kids don't do that stuff no more, man. They're too much of this. I don't get it. I just don't. Don't get it. Like there's some kids, and that's like a fad too, like mini bikes. I was so happy to see kids, as long as they're not getting in trouble, ripping around on a mini bike, because it brings back memories for me. It's like, wow. I hope the cops don't bother the kid because he ain't really not doing nothing. He probably shouldn't be on the street, but he was just getting from one place to another place. And they're just having fun. You know. There's this nice mechanic, and then I'll let you guys go. He's a friend of my dad's. His name was Jim Golan. A heart of gold, man. They don't make people like that no more. In them days, it was awesome. I would go down the street with my mini bike down this place to get some. I'd ask him for some gas. I'd give him like a nickel or something. He goes, kid. He goes, here. He'd fill my tank up. He said, go buy yourself, go have fun, and go buy yourself some penny candy. And that happened all the time. Then when I got older, I had a snowmobile. It was a single cylinder, if you guys are familiar with it. Ski-Doo 320. It has a decompressor on the engine. It vibrates a lot. Well, anyways, the muffler got to be kind of shitty. And Jim would braze it for me and would never take no money. My father said, go bring it down to Jim and here's some money. And he'd go, nope. He would stop what he was doing when he was actually working on a car to fix my muffler so I can have some freaking fun. And a lot of those old people, they were like that, you know. It's a totally different world now. It's like, now you can't be nice to some of these kids because you don't know if their parents are going to say, hey, these kids, this guy's bothering my kid or something like that. So you know what? This world's fried, you know. But I'm going to let you go, guys. I got to take a leak, finish this one piece. I still could have kept. I'll just finish these right here while I'm talking to you. These staples. Like, you know, kids, they can actually, all these places that have pallets, they can get a pallet and make a tree for it. Or pour it on the ground. You know, they don't do nothing. My friends and I, we'd make force, but the old guys would bring their girlfriends in there, and, you know, I ain't got to tell you what, we're doing that in our fort, you know, or taking it over. Stuff like that, you know. But I mean, you just go build another one. You know? And now, the way there's pallets all the time, they want to get rid of them pallets. Free wood. I know a guy, he made a nice chicken coop. A really nice one. Using the pallets. They use regular wood too, but that's what they do as their floor. The pallets. Some of the walls, and then, you know, like I said, they use other wood, and then they bought some of that tin. But, yeah. Actually, one time when I come on, I made a gun rack. I talked about that too in one of my videos. And I made those out of pallets. I had this teacher I loved. His name was Mike Hess. My father worked second shift, so my brothers and I couldn't see our father that much. You know, weekend, because or summertime's different because you could stay up late, you know, Dad would, you know, we'd see him in daytime a little bit. You know, my dad was the type of person, he hunted and fished all the time, so we got to do that stuff, we got to do all the time. Like if I wanted a gun, my brothers and I we were into archery big time too. He would, even if he didn't have the money, he'd borrow and buy it, you know. Or the guy at the sporting goods, he went to school with him, so anything like that. My father liked it. Our cellar, no joke, looked like a sporting goods shop. Yeah, ice fishing gear, all kinds of stuff. My dad would he was good at copying stuff. He did a lot of government work at the GE for the bosses when they were like downtime. But my dad, he made jigs of Fletcher own arrows and stuff. Like just one guy had one, he copied it, you know. Well, he made all his own stuff. My dad used to tie his own flies. That's what I miss when growing up, was get up and have to go pee or something. I sneaked down, I had a problem. I would, when my parents were sleeping, I love venison so much I could eat it every day. And I would go down there and just frying butter, and pound a couple pieces. And but anyways, my dad would be up get out and work midnight, probably eat something, watch a little TV, sleep for like, I don't know, not that long. He'd be up like at 5 in the morning, tying flies or doing anything like that, you know. I remember one time, I think my brother got rid of him, which I would have liked a couple. My father made tip-ups, but he made them out of rock maple, stainless steel, and copper. You know, like really like, wow. And then he bought the spools, though. You know, got the material, cut his own flags and stuff. And then they had wire in the GE, that spring type. It was for like band and stuff, I think. You know, made his own tip-ups. You know, I miss my parents. What I'm telling you guys, my mind goes right to it, you know. All the stuff my father had, you know. But anyways, I love you, Slot family. I hope you enjoy me bullshitting, which is, I have fun reminiscing in my mind, talking about things of the past. That's what keeps me going, because all the crap going on, I just, you know, I try to help who I can. If I help somebody, I don't talk about it. You just do it, you know. Makes you feel good inside. But anyway, Slot family, I love you very much. And I hope you have a good and safe night. Love one another. And be kind to one another. And think of good thoughts when you can. That's what keeps me going. But anyways, I love you guys. Peace out.